Hey everyone, Ben Reno here again today, and today we're going to be discussing my raw thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming, the brand new Spider-Man movie, another reboot of the franchise. And honestly, going into this movie, I really wasn't expecting much. I was just expecting, some action, a big boss battle at the end, and I just really wasn't thinking it'd be very inventive. And especially, I just saw Wonder Woman. I thought it was kind of but wow, this movie just was incredible. And so, basically, this movie, unlike the other two movies, it's not an origin story. So, Spider-Man just starts out and he is Spider-Man. There's no getting bit by the spider and then having to live with the awkwardness and all that. He just starts out as Spider-Man, and and because of that, there's a whole lot of pleasantries which we don't have to go through. So it's not just the same story again. So that I think freed the movie up a bit to be a lot more creative, and it definitely was. So let me just talk about the positives of the movie. So first off, number one positive is that the main character, Peter Parker, he's just one of the most relatable characters you could ever think of. He's talented, but he's also a screw up. He has obligations to people, but he has trouble meeting them, and he tries really hard, but he's just never quite getting to do everything that he wants to do. And that sort of attitude plays into the plot quite a bit because he has different obligations, and he's just like struggling to balance everything that's going on, being Spider-Man and other things that he wants to do. So more than any of the other movies, it provides for a really interesting dynamic, and they pull it off really well. um, and then also, so basically, the bad guy in the movie, again, not spoiling anything, but he's got a very empathetic story behind him, and you end up really, really empathizing with him, really identifying with his struggles, um, and that again plays through the whole movie. So it's like, when the bad guy, when eventually they have to face off, it's like, who am I rooting for? And by them giving the bad guy a lot more depth, I feel like it makes the story a lot more interesting. Another positive of the movie was, what do you call it? You know, the movie actually does a really good job of being serious. So the whole time you're watching the movie, like, I really care about what's going on. This feels very important. And again, you're identifying with the main character, and you feel like, when he's about to be discovered, you feel like, you feel the sense of, fear for him that, oh, we don't want him to be discovered, because you're just so engrossed in the character, and the storyline that's going on. There's a couple of different plots going on at the same time, but what do you call it? Because there's so much tension, this movie could come off as really serious, but they actually do a really good job of inserting a lot of comic relief. Now, I didn't watch the trailers for this movie. Hopefully, they didn't give too much of it away in the trailers, but there is just hilarious moment after hilarious moment. And I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I was expecting that to be really funny. Oh no, this is 10 times as funny as Guardians of the Galaxy. I know that's saying a lot, but yeah, trust me, it's that good. And then besides that, pretty much all the main characters are really good. There's a love interest, which is, played very well. You totally buy, their attraction. The bad guy, he's very well written, and the actor does a good job. What do you call it? And other characters from the Marvel universe step in for this movie, and they do a really good job. And you really feel their presence in the movie, and they basically do a good job of adding to the suspense, and adding to the growth of the main character. If I had to say some negatives, I'm really scratching my head. I mean, the movie was great. I loved all the characters. There was a ton of hilarious moments. The effects were incredibly well done. Everything was well written. And I just keep saying this movie is funny, but it is really funny. But anyway, those are my raw thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to see it. And I haven't said that for a superhero movie since Iron Man. This is the best superhero movie since the original Iron Man. I give it a solid 10 out of 10, and I really recommend that you go see it. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe.